Assalamu alaikum. Welcome in the first tutorial of artificial intelligence. We will start with the second exercise of IBM exploring Watson services. In this exercise, we'll learn how to use some services of IBM platform. First, you need to create an account in the Watson IBM. Just search for IBM Watson IoT platform, and you will find in the first option here will just log in your account. If you don't have one, just create with Gmail, with email, example Gmail or Outlook or any mail service. Then, if you log in your first time, you will not see those window because because I have an old project. For me, I will just click in the launch to show me this window. Then click in catalog, and we need this window, this one. Here, when we click in the services, we can find all the services of IBM platform. We come back to the documentation. We see here in the objective of this exercise is to create Watson service instance and copy credential from a service instance, submit API calls with the appropriate parameters, analyze the response returned from the Watson service, use Watson API reference documentation. Scroll down to this exercise have 4 parts. The first is natural language understanding. The second part, the second one is scroll down here. Tone Analyzer is other service of IBM. The third part, here, language translator, and finally we will understand how to delete or cleaning up the delete the services if you want to clean your environment. So we return to the first part and let's start. So after logging in IBM and click to catalog, you can filter your the result by clicking here in the AI machine learning icon. As we can see here, we have different service of artificial intelligence. We click here the natural language understanding. Now click to create. I have a bad connection, so if you have a good one, will not waiting much time to see the create button here. Also creating take a little bit, and this is also different between someone to other. and all this because the internet connection. Now jump to manage. First, jump to manage to get your API key and URL. Here we have the API and URL. We just copy those two options, these two coordination in a text file. So I have I already create one, and I put IBM Watson as a name. Now here I put my API key. Then below here I will put the key. Here I that URL. Then I passed my URL. We will need those in the rest of the part 1. Every time we will put our API key and our URL. Now return to the documentation and we will see what we will do now. All those page is just introduction and explaining how to work, and we done. We do every step here. Now here we will understand how we can use curl as a command to post or get some information. Here we will post a text. I still have a dream into the URL HTTPS gateway Watson. Of course, we have another URL. We have this, so we will change the URL this URL to this one. Also, we will change the API key here. API key. We will change this key, API key, to this one, and we will just keep the same text because we need this text to send to this URL to post it. Because jump to getting started. Here we have some introduction, some how to use the natural language understanding with the curl command. You can use curl by using the CMD, and it's not the recommended option. We can also use it by get batch, and I perfect this option, this method. There is no much difference between CMD and get batch. Get batch is easy, so is little easy to the CMD, but there is no big difference. If I, for example, for the first example here in the documentation, for example, we have this command. I will put it in here. We have we will send this text. If you will use the CMD, just click here and copy it. You will see some difference. Look at this one. If you want to send text, you need to put here double comma, here the text between those two characters. But if you use bash, get bash, you will not need to put text here between any option. If example, this text option, future, sentiment, sentiment target, between every option of a list, you will not need to put those character. So I think using git batch is better than the sample CMD. For the first example, I will post with the two different way with CMD and with git bash, but in the rest of the exercise, I will just use the git bash. In the API key, let's do some modification in my code. Put my API key and the URL to here. Oh, sorry, what happened here? Oh, I think it's better to change the version with 2009. The this version is better. Oh no, here you need to put API just no, we keep everything same. No, just copy the first example and we will put it in the batch. When we put enter, we'll receive some. Oh, we have a problem here. I think I have problem here. And what's the problem? I will pause the. I will pause the tutorial and find the problem, and I will come back again. Hi all, I'm sorry for this mistake. I have a mistake here. Just wait, please. I will clean my desktop and here I put API. It's but it's missing. We will not put here API. We just put v1 analyze version, and that's why we get an error in the first time. So no, we don't have here. We just passed our first command, and when we click enter, we will find some information here. So we will do the same in the CMD. So we will just get this up here, and we paste it here, and the URL from here to to here. Then we copy this text. I need to do the hard one method to copy and paste the text. I don't know what happened in the text file. Control plus E and here. All right. If we don't remove those two characters, we will get an error in the CMD. And this is also the difference option between CMD and the gate bash. Here, when we click enter, oh, what happened again? We have other problem. I will pause again my the video and I will return to see what happened. I think I will return to see what happened. Sorry everyone for the mistake. I just forget to put those characters in the between the future and the sentiment and the keywords. I just copy and paste the git bash one, and I forget to put those characters, and just I say in the first time before, if we don't put those, we will get an error. If we put enter now, we will see those results. They are the same result here in the git patch. Now we return to our documentation here, and we get the same result. And in this documentation, the example, they do it using the git bash tool. In the question, in the step 5, in the step 5, he just learn us how he just tell us what mean language, future, sentiment, and keyword. So language is the language used for the analysis, English in this example. The future is the number of future that we analyze in the text, 2 in this example. The future is the request are sentiment and keywords. Sentiment include the document level sentiment analysis result, and keywords include the set of expected keyword and the relevance for each keyword. In the step 6, we will change some of the future and sentiment. We put something different here. For example, here in the future, we will put some other option. Example here, we will add entities, and we'll in the keywords we'll put sentiment So in the first example, the keywords and the sentiment are empty. And in this example, we will put some information. So let's do it. We'll get this one, this. Allahu Akbar. So here we will put this API key. The URL. Here we don't forget to change the date of the version 2019 and 07 like here. Copy and paste this. Sorry, like this, right here, and in the refresh. We got the result. We can do the same in the CMD, but we will not need it for now. We'll still just work in the Git bash. Now here also the same in this documentation of the IBM documentation. He put the how we can post an URL like here. Then he teach us how we can post text. And before complete the tutorial, I just want to say for you, friend, to not forget to install Cure in your PC. If you don't have this one, you can download it, and then if you don't find the curl in your desktop in the CMD, you can go to properties, advanced system, environment variable, and you put the path of your curl, the place of your curl, and put here the path to to the CMD be able to read the document, the command of the curl, and you will be able to use the curl command in the CMD. Now return to the documentation. We have the same result. We finish the sixth and the seventh step, and now in the step number 8. Analyze the response in the request. You specify the two features to analyze in the which are entity and keyword in the response for each feature. The select and we have in the result here for each keywords we have sentiment and we have emotion. Each time we have sentiment and emotion. And the entities, we have also sentiment and also we have emotion. So those two inside entities and we inside, sorry, not entity, inside keywords, and they are our new option. If you see here in the previous example, we have here sentiment are empty and keywords are empty, but in the second example we add emotion and sentiment inside keywords. Also in the future we have add entities and emotion. So that's the difference between the two examples. I mean this, we will add in the future entities, emotion, and in the inside keywords we add emotion and sentiment. Now for the step 9, we will use the get analyze is used to analyze future of natural language content. In the following example, the URL attribute is used to point to the URL of a public web page. Now I will use the curve with the get command. Come here again and we will put and change the API key with the API key and the URL with the URL here. So we will get this one. Let's see the result of this command. So we have a result here, not result, because we get the JSON data of the URL that we are put it. We have much result here. So we are put it an API key, the version, the URL of wanted the futures with the emotion, with the sentiment, and our URL, and we received some data information. Scroll down. In the documentation, we have the same result. Finally, we will analyze the response. Notice that the natural language Understanding service extract the features that were specified in the request, which are keywords and entities, and analyze them from sentiment and emotion. The relevance score is included in the result. Finally, we have finished the part 1. Now, in the next video, I will explain the part 2. I see you in the part 2. I see you in the next video.